Okay, good afternoon, and thank you all for coming. As you know, Brazil is chairing the Security Council for the second time during this 11th mandate as a non-permanent member. The first presidency was in 2022, in July 2022. Brazil, as just a note of a historic note, Brazil was the second country to ever chair the Council after its establishment in January 1946. We were part of the first composition of the Council, and since the rotation of the presidencies in alphabetical order, right after Australia, Brazil took the presidency in February of 1946. We took this presidency as of yesterday. It started in reality today. We intend to conduct the business of the Council in the most transparent, inclusive, and open manner, working in constant dialogue with all members. This is part of our working methods commitments, which we shared earlier today with all delegations. We have, as you know, a program of working duly approved this morning. We were very happy to have the program approved by full consensus. And as you know, October is one of the heaviest months in terms of the regular business of the Council. There are several mandates renewals, including the UN Assistance Mission in Somalia, UNSOM, the UN Support Mission in Libya, UNSMIL, MINURSO, UN Mission for the Referendum in the Western Sahara, Haiti, and the Libyan sanctions. We will start this afternoon with a resolution on an international police force in Haiti. The meeting will start at 4 p.m. and we hope the resolution will be approved. It's a very important matter for all Latin American countries, for the whole international community, but especially for Latin American countries and African countries. And inside Latin America, the Caribbean countries have been very vocal about the importance they attach to this resolution. We will have our annual joint consultative meeting between the Council and the African Union Peace and Security Council in Addis Ababa. So the delegations will be heading for Addis tomorrow. We will be back on Sunday the 8th, and we will restart our work here, our regular work in New York on Monday the 9th. We will, of course, have an official program there as the Council, and we will also meet high-level officials during the trip. Then we have a very heavy program. I will just give some examples of what we have during our presidency. We have Iraq's UNAMI on October the 10th, as we resume our activities here in New York. We will have Colombia on October the 11th. We will have a briefing and consultations. We expect to have the presence of the Foreign Minister of Colombia to be confirmed. We will get back to African issues. You'll see that African issues have a strong presence in the Council's agenda this month. We have a briefing on the Secretary General's report on, quote, strengthening the partnership between the United Nations and the African Union on issues of peace and security in Africa, including the work of the United Nations Office to the African Union. It will be also an opportunity to do a debriefing of the trip that we will have made to Addis this week. On October 19th, we expect the adoption of the resolution that renews Haiti's sanction regime. We decided to decouple it from the briefing and consultations on BNU, the Bureau of the United Nations in Haiti, that will take place on October the 23rd. Now I would like to call your attention for the segment that is of high level during our presidency. The Brazilian Foreign Minister will be here to chair the Council from 20th of October to 25th of October. As you know, Minister Mauro Vieira was a permanent representative of Brazil here in New York for a little more than 3 years ago, and he is pleased to come back and chair the Council. He will also meet a lot of his former colleagues here at the United Nations. During this segment from the 20th to the 25th of October, we will have the following events. First of all, Brazil's signature event that will be held on October the 20th. Minister Vieira will chair that event, and it is entitled Peace Through Dialogue, the contribution of regional, sub-regional, and bilateral arrangements to the prevention and peaceful resolutions of disputes. We believe this will be a timely and important debate on how countries can achieve peace and grant security through good diplomacy and political will. Many regions have examples and of those achievements. We think it's highly time to review those achievements and discuss this possibility. Foreign Minister Mauro Vieira will also chair a briefing on BNU, on the mission, the United Nations mission to Haiti, the Bureau of United Nations in Haiti, and an open debate on the Middle East that will take place in October the 24th. We do not intend to convert those meetings into high-level events, but we expect the participation of some high authorities that will be announced on time. Then, on the 25th of October, we will have, it falls during our presidency, the 25th annual high-level open debate on women, peace, and security. It was mandated by a resolution voted in the year 2000. It was adopted in that year, and so annually there is this meeting. On the occasion, Brazil will take that opportunity to pay tribute to a great Brazilian woman, Dr. Berta Lutz, one of only 6 women who were plenipotentiary delegates in the 1945 San Francisco Conference, where the UN Charter was signed. Dr. Lutz had a pivotal role in inscribing gender equality on the Charter, making sure it would become a core value of the United Nations. She was a pioneer of the Women, Peace and Security agenda more than 5 decades before the first resolution was adopted on the issue. We intend to highlight also the contribution of women from developing countries, especially from Latin America, to this well-known agenda. We'll have some other highlights in the month. For instance, the Council will meet with the President of the International Court of Justice, Her Excellency Joanne Donoghue, on October, someday in October, between 23rd and 27th of October. And we'll have also an annual briefing by the UN High Commissioner of Refugees, Filippo Grandi, on October the 30th. These are the highlights of our presidency. You have the program that was approved this morning with you. And now I would take some questions. I have on my right Minister Gustavo Seneschal. He is our political coordinator for the Brazilian mission during this mandate at the Security Council, and he will help me with questions if necessary. So if you want to ask questions,
Thank you, Ambassador.
Councilor Bruna, my press officer, will lead the question and answer segment. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you all for coming. So I'll just point out who we have about 20 minutes. So I'll just ask for you to identify yourself and the news outlet you work for. Yeah. So who? Go.
Yeah, thank you so much, Mr. Ambassador, on behalf of the United Nations Correspondent Association for this briefing, and we wish you the best of luck for the busy month ahead. It's Valeria Robecco from ANSA Newswire. I don't see Ukraine on the program of work. Do you plan to have some initiative on the matter, for example, to promote efforts to revive the Black Sea Grain Initiative or other topics? Thank you so much.
Thank you. No, we didn't put some of the issues on the program, knowing that countries will ask for specific meetings. And so we will see how this unfolds. And of course, we will be most happy to chair any meetings that are agreed upon by the members.
Thank you. My name is Jordan Dakamsi from Jordan News. Since February 1946, your country was member of Security Council. And since 1948, Palestinian people are still suffering. What can you do as President of Security Council to help the Palestinian people to achieve the goal of two-state solution? Thank you.
Thank you. We will, as I said, hold an open debate on the Palestinian issue on the 24th. The way we can help in this is giving it full priority on our bilateral, on our national capacity. But of course, as President of the Council, we will chair the meeting. We will chair any other meetings that are called for in terms of debating this important issue. I think that the national position of Brazil is quite clear on the matter, and of course we would very much like to see progress in the issue, but as President of the Council, I will direct the sessions as members agree on. Thank you.
Thank you, Ambassador. Amélie Botelier from AFP News Agency. You mentioned Haiti several times. I have a question more on your national capacity. Brazil was very much involved in previous peacekeeping mission, international mission in Haiti. So does Brazil intend to participate in this new one that will be hopefully voted this afternoon? And in which manner, if it's the case? I mean, do you plan to send any police or equipment or support financially? Thank you.
Thank you. Of course, we will be very happy if this resolution is adopted this afternoon. We'll see how it unfolds. Brazil has participated, as you said, in MINUSTAH for 13 years. We were there. We had we led the mission. What we think right now is that we have to learn from the lessons of the past. That was an intense experience we had there. We will certainly see into ways to help this mission as appropriate. But our main concern here is that if this mission is approved, it is just a beginning. We see that many other steps are necessary in order for Haiti to come back and retake the route of sustainable development and stability. We think that the mission is this necessary step to reestablish security conditions in the country, but there is a political process that must evolve. Humanitarian aid must be resumed in force. We think that international cooperation for Haiti to really tackle sustainable development, social development, economic development is fundamental. Brazil will be examining how it unfolds, and will examine, as I said, possibilities of cooperation, taking into account the experience that we had in the past. But we will be defining this as the mission is prepared and starts to unfold, depending on the resolution that will be voted this afternoon. Thank you.
Regarding Brazil's position as well, I will circulate our text later on in our WhatsApp group. Please, you over there.
Yes, Joseph Klein, Canada Free Press. First of all, could you clarify whether any of the meetings regarding Western Sahara will be open. I see there's, I think, a closed consultation and a meeting, I believe, regarding troop contributing countries, if I'm correct. So that's number one. And in your national capacity, does Brazil intend to participate in the summit meeting of the Asia-Pacific Economic Forum that Mexico has indicated it will not attend this summit in San Francisco because of differences with Peru? So I'm wondering whether what Brazil's position is on that. Thank you.
I don't have any details about this last question. And as regards Western Sahara, we will hold the meeting, the session as planned. I am not certain what the character of the session is. Is it?
It's a closed meeting.
It's a closed meeting. We will not innovate in that. We will keep it the way it is. It is a practice of long-standing, as I understand, in the council. As regards I'm not aware of any why I didn't quite understood. I didn't quite understand the question, the reference you made to Peru. We have very strong and friendly relations with Peru. It's a neighboring country. It's a very important country in South America. So I don't see any point in.
Just to clarify, I wasn't attributing that position relating to Peru to Brazil. This is the reason that Mexico's president gave for not attending this summit, because of differences with the way, I guess, Peru has handled its internal governance process. And Peru, I believe, is going to be heading this summit. So that was Mexico's position. I was just trying to clarify what Brazil's position is. Thank you.
No, well, I think that that's the question you should address to the Mexicans.
Sorry, thank you. Evelyn Leopold, chair of the Dag Hammarskjöld Fund for Journalists, and a writer for Past Blue and websites. Anyway, as you, can I repeat what you said on Ukraine? That you.
Your mic's off.
Sorry, it's not. What you said on Ukraine. That there hasn't been a request for a meeting, but if there is one, you would say yes, or what? And secondly, can we have Brazil's position on Ukraine?
Brazil's position on Ukraine was very well stated by President Lula during his very important speech at the opening of the General Assembly. What we are looking forward there is that at some point a negotiating process will be opened and peace will be given a chance. As regards meetings on Ukraine, we didn't put it ourselves directly into the program, but of course if there is a request by any council members, the presidents will be open to scheduling meetings on that or any other matter that could be of that would fall within the council's mandate and prerogatives.
Hi, Ambassador. This is Sérgio with China Central Television. We know that for the past 3 months, if I remember correctly, the program of work got objection from the Russian Federation because they put Ukraine in the issue in the program of work. Is that the reason why you didn't put any meetings concerning Ukraine here? And if I may, the second question, we know that nowadays people think the Security Council is dysfunctional somehow. What would be your consideration? What would be your approach to help, let's say, make Security Council at least work for for other people feel like it still works? Thank you.
Thank you. It's a tough question. Well, as regards the Ukrainian question within the working program, we didn't follow any other country's impression. It was our impression that since the matter has been on the agenda for several months, we wouldn't schedule specifically anything on that, hoping or awaiting that most probably some countries will ask for meetings, and we will be most open to schedule meetings as they are suggested and justified by different members. There was no, the idea of having the program approved was, of course, on our minds. It is important that the Council starts a new presidency with a program, with a working program, even if it's, even if to get that consensus, we have to be careful about some issues. But I think that we got a program and we will be working, and the program will be completed as necessary by the members themselves. The other question was the presidency has to abide by the rules, and we'll try to do our best on our national capacity every time it is required. And as the president of the Security Council, I hope to have a very frank exchange always with all the members and try to, get things done as best as possible. And that's the way presidents should act.
Hi, Ambassador. It's Margaret Bashir with Voice of America. Good luck this month. I just wondered if you anticipate any meetings this month on Armenia and Azerbaijan on the situation there, follow-ups to what you have already had.
Yes, well, it's not for me to anticipate or not, and I think the Council will be watchful on any developments there. There are countries that will probably raise the issue and will probably or possibly ask for sessions. We'll do them. We will include them in the program as appropriate. The Council will be watchful on everything that is that falls under its mandate, under my presidency, and I believe that under any presidencies that we may have.
Patrícia, SBT.
Okay, thank you. I'm Patricia from SBT Brazil, Ambassador Minister. What is the step-by-step once this international mission is approved by the Security Council, later? What is the process for the countries to present themselves and the security forces, and for how long this international mission should be there in Haiti? Thank you.
Thank you. I think that the time frame is put on into the resolution. It's 1 year renewable for another year. Yeah. You have to keep in mind that this is not a UN mission. It's an international mission. And so the countries that will be participating directly in it are discussing the details with the Haitian authorities. Of course, as I understand, Kenya, that is leading the mission, still needs the approval of their parliament for that. And the resolution was, as we were told, a very important step in that process. So we'll have to see how this process evolves. And what other countries will take part in the mission. But I would insist that it is not a United Nations mission. It has, let's say, maybe, I don't know if the word is appropriate, it has the blessing of the United Nations, the Security Council, which is a necessary step for a mission like that to succeed.
Hi, my name is Ibtisam Azim from Al Arabi Al Jadid newspaper. Just a quick follow-up on Libya and the renewal of the mandate. Do you believe there will be any major changes, or is it going to be rather technical renewal? And is there any updates regarding, also in Libya, the election? Is the Security Council giving up on having election this year? Thank you.
I think I'll ask my political coordinator to answer for the details.
Okay, no, thank you. Is it off? There. Okay, thank you. Well, thanks for the question. It's hard to, I mean, we're expecting to have a technical rollover, but of course, I mean, in other cases, including In the past month, we had one specific resolution actually that was supposed to be a technical rollover, but at the end of the day, it turned out the delegations wanted to also to change the text of the resolution, bringing other issues, and I'm talking about the resolution on the ships in the coast of Libya that was supposed to be a technical rollover, but at the end of the day, there were concerns about human rights by other delegations, and it ended up becoming something different. As for now, I mean, for the elections, it's up also to the national authorities to decide on whether, or to try to, as much as possible, to hold the elections. And of course, the council is up to support national authorities if they manage to get an agreement on that. Thank you.
Thank you. We have time for another couple of questions. So maybe you there, yeah.
Thanks a lot, Bruna. Hi, I'm Carrie Norton from Le Monde. I have two quick follow-up about Haiti. First of all, you seem to say, you repeated twice, if the resolution is voted this afternoon. Do you have any reasons to be knowing now that it's in blue and that the negotiations have happened, that it could be a risk that it's not going through? And also during the negotiation, even if it's not a UN force, have you, any other countries, member of the Council, have shown any interest of sending more troops to this force?
Thank you. As for the resolution, it's not for the presidency to take anticipate the result of the voting is scheduled for this afternoon at 4. As in my national capacity, I will say that hopefully it will be adopted. There's no reason why it shouldn't, but we'll wait and see. And it's just a few more hours, and we'll see the results. And I think that what will be important, apart from the resolution itself, is to see what countries say. Yes, I understand that some countries will probably take the floor to explain their vote. Brazil certainly will do that. That will be important also, because it will show you how countries are viewing the resolution. Que foi a outra pergunta? Sim, aos países. No, I'm not aware of the list, which is not yet out, of countries that will be participating. Some countries have shown interest in participate. Kenya is leading the initiative, but I think that we'll see that in the coming days. I believe most, and it's my personal impression, countries probably are waiting to see the resolution, how it is approved, and then they will come forward and show their interest. Thank you. Yes, please, fine.
Thank you very much. Yvonne Murray, RTE News, Ireland. So two quick questions, also a follow-up on Haiti. So it's not a UN force ostensibly, but it will have a Security Council mandate. So it will be seen as a UN force by some people, especially opposition in Haiti itself. And is there a concern that this force will go in and appear to be propping up an unelected regime, given there have been no elections in Haiti? My second question is regarding Security Council reform, something that Brazil has been wanting to see for a long time. Is there a way of pushing it forward this month, or is it dead in the water?
Okay, it is, the first thing is thank you for your question, of course. The first thing is that we have to understand that it's Haiti that asked for that force. And I think that the force is, it is being considered as one condition for, or one instrument to help stabilizing and granting the security situation in the country. As I said, countries are aware that this is just a first step in what we hope will be the right direction in terms of assuring that those security conditions reestablished will allow the political process to go forward, a serious and strong political process to go forward for citizens to retake their lives into their hands, and for the country to resume facing its challenges. It is a condition that is necessary, but of course not enough. And we will be stating that, and I believe most countries will be stating that as strongly as possible.
Thank you. We have time for one more question, so please.
Stefano Maccara, La Voce di New York. It's a follow-up also because you didn't answer on the Security Council reform.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, I do a follow-up on the question is because it's been going on for many years. And Brazil has, we know the position of Brazil is to have permanent members. But there are many countries don't want that. So do you predate, a part of this month of your presidency, but do you predate, or actually, how will you convince those countries that don't want more permanent members, what Brazil will do this month or next month to convince them that it's a good idea to have Brazil, another country, as permanent members?
Well, thank you. I'm sorry I didn't answer your question, but what we will do is try to show with our action, and we have been trying to do that for a long time now in the Council, that we can add to the Council in terms of its representativity, its legitimacy, its efficacy, its efficiency. That's what we have been trying to show. But as you know, the reform of the Security Council is not an item on the agenda of the Security Council. This is discussed in the General Assembly. It has been a long discussion. It started many, many years ago. We are trying to contribute to that debate as best as we can. And through our actions, especially when we are sitting at the Security Council, we try to show that many countries, we're not just talking about Brazil here, many countries can contribute to give the Council more efficiency, more legitimacy, and more representativity. That's our main point. It's not about us specifically, it's about the Council in the first place. And I think that we can work with other countries to try to show that the Council does need a reform, does need to be more efficient, and that efficiency will come if it's more representative and more legitimate. I think that, but we will not be discussing reform during our presidency or during any other presidency, because the mandate is not ours on that specific issue. Well, I think
Thank you.
we have
Thank you. We have to wrap up now.
covered the main points. I thank you very, very much. The presidency will be open to contacts with the press, and we'll try to be as helpful as possible in working with you and helping you in your own work. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Pode.